Welcome to the video. Today we're going to be looking at a program to count the total number of vowels in a text file. As you can see here, we already have our text file created and there are a few lines with a certain number of vowels in each line, and we're going to be opening this in a Python program and counting the number of vowels. So to start it off, we're going to store our vowels in a variable and we're going to name it vowels. And here we're going to store a string of all the vowels, so A, E, I, O, U. And now we're going to create a variable to keep track of how many vowels we have encountered. So we're just going to name it count and set it equal to 0. And so now we're going to be opening our file, and we're going to use the with syntax to open the file. So we're going to say with open, and then the name of our file, which is text1, and we're going to open it in read mode. So we're going to pass in R as file. Okay, now we're going to loop over all the characters in our text file, and one way to do that is by using a for loop. So we're going to say for I in file.read, we're going to say if I dot lower in vowels count plus equals 1, and this is basically all of our code done. We're just going to print out our results. So we're going to say at the end here, we're going to say print, we're going to say number of vowels in the file, and we're going to attach the counter variable that we created. Hi. And now we're going to save the file and we're going to run it. And now here it says 9 vowels in our file, and if we check back, there's 3 in the first line, 5. A quick fix here, there's 3 vowels on the second line and not 2. Okay, so 3, 6, 8, 9. So it gets the correct number of vowels. Now let's make an edit to this file. We're gonna remove this last line. So now it should say there are 8 vowels instead of 9. If we run the program again, let's go back here and run it. And as you can see, it changed to 8 files. To further explain line number 6, we're using the open function to open our text file, and we're saving the data into this file variable. And so this line is the same thing as writing out file equals open text1.txt in the mode R. Here lines 6 and 7 basically have the same functionality, but the thing with the way we're writing in line number 6 is that after you're done with your file, you manually have to call the close function, whereas if you're using the with syntax, whereas if you're writing it out like this, your file automatically closes after you're done with this indenting. So in this context, after the for loop, it will automatically close the file, whereas if you're using file equals open, you will have to manually close the file at your desired point. The advantages of using the with the advantages of writing it out like this is that you don't have to call the close function, but then a downside that some people may find is that with this you can go into a lot of indenting, and as you can see, when you're using the with option, you have to indent all of your line of code. So some people sometimes if you have loads of indentations, then sometimes your code becomes hard to read, and some people don't like that. But then uh, for lines like this where there's not a lot of indenting, it's fine to write it out like this, and that's the end of the program.